Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we? Hope you're fine. Yeah. Hope every tutorial is still going cool as we have introduced information literacy. So today we're going to see something in citations. We're going to see something in citations, and this is my work. So basically you're going to see the citation basics, why we cite, and in-text citation versus reference list, and and the ML styles, and then the AP styles. So beginning from why we cite, citations aren't just rules, they are the backbone of academic integrity. We cite to give credit, acknowledge the original authors for their ideas and hard work. Another reason why we cite is to avoid plagiarism. Protect yourself from claims of intellectual theft. Another one is to provide a map, allow your readers to find your sources and dive deeper into the topic, and then build credibility so that your arguments are supported by existing evidence and experts. So that's the reason why we cite. So we have the in-text citation versus reference list. So I'll put them this way. We have the future, and then the in-text citation and the reference list or works cited. The location inside the body of your paper, right after the borrowed info, and then the reference list at the very end of your paper on a separate page. So I'm differentiating between in-text citations and reference list. And the purpose briefly points the reader toward the source without breaking the flow, and then the reference list provides full details so someone can actually find the source. And then in the detail level, under in-text citation, minimal into bracket, usually author, year or page number, and then extension, title, publisher, and then URL, and then DOI, etc. So this is the difference between in-text citation and then the reference list. And then the next thing is we are going to in-text citation. We are differentiating between AP style and then the ML style. So the AP style sounds American Psychological Association, so commonly using in the social science, education, and engineering. It emphasizes the timeliness of the result of the research. The reference list title, references. Then key formatting. What do we consider in in-text citation? Last the name first, followed by initial into bracket Smith, and then J. The year is placed prominently in parentheses, and then sentence case for titles, only the first word is capitalized. So those are the formats out. Like here we have given examples. We have parenthetical into bracket the author 1 stroke author 2, and then to the year, narrative, author 1 and author 2, and then the year. So we have examples of in-text go the author and then the year. Climate change affects migratory patterns, then into brackets Smith 2023, and then one author. That was for one author, and then where you're seeing my cursor, this like like a slash for two authors. For two authors, we put the narrative, the name Smith and what John, and then we don't put the comma. 2020, then parenthetical Smith stroke Johnson, comma 2020. And then for three or more authors, for these or more authors, AP 7th edition simplifies the citation by what? Using et al. And the first author's name format. So author 1 et al. Then the year. For example, Smith et al. 2020 found the urbanization affects bird migration patterns. Then for group and with abbreviations, if the source is authored by a group, so this is how we cite. Like parenthetical, while the organization in bracket war 2020, or narrative, what else organization into bracket war 2020, comma war 2020. So for subsequent citation, we put parenthetical, then we put war, World Health Organizations, and then 2020. So you see where the arrow is moving as you follow what I'm saying. Then the group authors without abbreviation, organization name, then you write the year, or organization name into bracket the year. And then example, we have Psychological Association 2020 into bracket, or you put American Psychological Association, comma 2020. Multiple works by the same authors in the same year. And I've given examples. Author Yehara, or author Yeharab, yes, something like that. Then citing multiple sources in one word, one parenthesis. You cite multiple sources in the parenthetical citation. List them alphabetically by the first author's last one, last name separated by the what? Semicolons. Format, we have author 1 year, semicolon, author 2 year, and then the parenthetical will look like, for example, Johnson, comma 2019, and then what? Smith 2020. So that is how the AP style citation is. Then we have MLA, which is a modern language association, so commonly used in humanities and what? Liberal arts, into bracket literature arts, philosophy. So it emphasizes the location within a what? Within a text. In in-text go author page number. For example, the protagonist feels isolated, into bracket Gatsby 42. Reference list, title, works cited. Keep formatting. Full names I use Smith, comma John. The year is usually placed near the end of the entry, and in title case for titles, into bracket or what? Words capitalized. So this was probably what I could tell you guys about citations. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. to your friends. We catch up in the next video. Thank you.